Yes, ma'am, you can start.
Okay, sir. Mm. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening. Uh, Gathering everyone here, it is my great pleasure and a deep sense of responsibility that I, Dr. Kaisam Suvarni Devi, Department of Chemistry, Standard College, Manipur, the organizing secretary of this prestigious 15 days international FTP program on research methodology, extend a warm and hearty welcome to each one of you. Once again, I once again a warm welcome to everyone. Thank you and best wishes to all. I want to put some few lines about our resource person of today. Today is a day 14. Topic is originality matters, understanding and addressing plagiarism. And this our research person, Mrs. Aswanti MA, Assistant Professor, MIT Academy of Engineering, Elani, Pune, Maharashtra. She is an assistant professor in the School of Electrical Engineering at MIT Academy of Engineering, Pune, India. Currently, she is submitted her thesis at Bellori Institute of Technology, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. He has received her B.Tech degree in Electronics and Communication Engineering from Vidya Academy of Science and Technology, Kerala, India, and ME degree in Applied Electronics from KSR College of Technology, Tamil Nadu, India, in the year 2011 and 2013, respectively. She has both teaching and industrial experience. She worked in InfoPlus Technology, Chennai, as contact manager for 1 year. She has been with the Department of Electronics Engineering as an assistant professor at SET-CEM, Kerala, India, in the year of 2013. Her field of interest are biochemical engineering, AI in healthcare, computer vision, edge computing, teaching and learning in the age of engineering, education, and data science. She published books in the national and international paper also. Um, warm, warm welcome to Madam. Madam, is over to you.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, first of all, for a wonderful intro regarding me, Dr. Shubharani Devi. Thank you so much. So, hello, everyone. As ma'am said, myself, Ashwati, from MIT Academy of Engineering, Pune, and I will be taking you through this session of Originality Matters, Understanding and Addressing Plagiarism. So, a very warm good evening to all dear faculty members, research scholars, organizers who joined here. So, this is day 14 of our 15-day international faculty development program organized by IIDM and Southfield College, right? So, today's topic is interesting, little serious, and at the same time, it's very important in all our careers. Even if it is we are in industry, we are in academy, anywhere, this matters a lot, and this is a serious issue, right? So, and again, once again I'm saying that please feel free to keep posting your thoughts and answers in the chat. Let us make this interactive, otherwise 2 hours it will be like a radio, right? And it will be so boring. So now
Uh,
let yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am, your screen is not visible.
Yeah, I didn't started sharing actually. I will share my screen. Now my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, actually I didn't started sharing. That's the reason. Okay, so now let me begin by asking you a simple question to everyone. What is originality? I mean, we are saying that plagiarism, predatory journals. In the second last lecture, Dr. Reshmi, I hope all of you were there in Dr. Reshmi ma'am's lecture. So she was telling about predatory journals. Again, she mentioned something about plagiarism, etc. So can anyone tell me in chat box, you can post what you mean by originality? Any word, originality in literature or originality in assignment, whatever it be. What do you mean by that word originality? I mean, we cannot see the chat box right now.
Ma'am, original contribution of the author or the
Yes,
artist.
original contribution of the author. Correct. What do you mean by that original contribution means? There also
Means
you have
something,
one word,
yes,
origin, right?
something that is created, or that
Coming
comes
from your,
from one own
yes,
thinking
very
thinking
good, very good.
process.
The originality is something about expressing our own thoughts in our own words based on something that we know something. I mean, based upon our understanding. So that means basically originality. Thank you so much, ma'am. So it's about bringing something new into the world. Even if we are building on previous knowledge, that is natural. Or if we are renting out something out, no problem. If we are reading some secondary source, or if we are going through something else. But if we are reproducing that the same thing in our own words, in our own thoughts, or in our own view process, then that becomes originality. But when we use someone else's work, their words or their ideas, or maybe their findings, maybe if we all are research scholars, right? Many of us are research scholars. We are doctorates. Many of us are postdocs also. So if we are going through some others' works, their ideas, their findings, their research, their surveys, etc., and if we are not giving them proper credit for that, that is called plagiarism. Because if some teacher is asking you some question and somebody else is answering you, and you are as such telling that, it is usually happens in fourth standard or fifth standard. We cannot say that it is a plagiarism. I mean, it's not plagiarism actually. Somebody is saying that answer, it's not plagiarism. But when we are accounting this, when we are documenting that thing, then this becomes plagiarism. And this plagiarism or this originality is not only there in academics or not only in research something. This prevailed in all other fields also. Like if in a film, if we are copying some other songs, some songs from other film, and if we are not taken prior permission, or if we are not giving them proper credit, then that is not well and good, right? They can go for case, etc. And many issues you might have seen in our day-to-day life, you are also seeing in papers, etc. So that is basically something is plagiarism and originality. So plagiarism is, again I'm saying that plagiarism is not just an academic crime. It's a theft of intellectual property. It is a breach of trust, right? It damages reputations, and in many institutions and countries it can even have many legal consequences. So so if I'm talking about today's agenda, let's quickly look at what we will cover in today's session. Actually, our session is 2 hours, right? 6 to 8. It's a long journey. We have to go through many things. So we will first understand what exactly is plagiarism, that I think most of you right now you might knowing. Then we will move on to some real world cases. What are the issues that happens if we have done some such kind of I can say theft. This is not really, we can acknowledge something good or something. So this is theft or something. Then ethical guidelines. Then how we can detect that? If I have done some plagiarism or I have done some things that is not ethical, how we are going to detect? So detection tools. Then how to prevent that plagiarism, or why we people are going for such things. Not only we, why students are going for that, why research scholars are pressurized to go for such things. And then finally, I don't know how many of you interactively participate in this session. Some I have kept one activity for all of you all. And of course, towards the end, a little summary and a Q&A. Okay. So next slide is again, what is plagiarism? So we have already discussed. Plagiarism is the practice of using another person's words, ideas, or work without giving proper credit to them, right? Without proper acknowledgement. So plagiarism in academic environment. This is again, this one is I have taken from one survey journal. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. are x-axis and y-axis, correct? X-axis is fields of study. Some 5 fields of study. It's not matter to us, right? Maybe the person who has done that research, it matters for that 5 field. Maybe first field is literature field. The second field is maybe technical. Third is some sort of school or activities in that way. It's not matter to us. What matter to us is the numbers, right? And what you mean by number of respondents? What you mean by respondents? I said you, this is a survey, right? So sir, in that survey, how many participants have participated in that survey for that? So that is the number of respondents. Almost 1,800, nearly 800 people have participated in this survey. So in the first, so yes or no is yes, they have plagiarized some contents. No is no, I haven't done some sort of plagiarism. So in various fields of study, there are anyway the number is increased with the plagiarism, right? 7 to in one field, fifth field, जो भी है वो academic है और technical literature, technical जो भी है, 725 numbers participants have plagiarized their content, and some sort of 263 haven't gone for, but again majority is have done the plagiarism. So exactly what you mean by that plagiarism in academia? It's not just copy pasting. It's all about taking someone else's work, right? It's all about someone else's work, or we can say some ideas, and passing it or documenting it off as your own. That is the issue. It is not issue that we are reading somebody else's work, we are going through someone else's papers or someone else's books, etc. That is not matter. What it matters, we are documenting that, or we are claiming that that particular piece of work is mine and we are producing in our own name. That is called as plagiarism. Whether it is intentionally or unintentionally, that is not right. So that is big, where it is alarming, and how plagiarism is sadly still a big issue. This chart shows it that. And we have said that it's not just about copy pasting from the internet, right? It's not just copy pasting. Then what else can be the plagiarism? Copying text word for word without citation, that is verbatim. We will call it as verbatim. It will, yeah. Here it comes as, see, this is a, 1 second. This is a graph again. Sorry, this heading is missing. This is a graph for different types of plagiarism: paraphrasing, repetitive research, secondary source, duplication, verbatim. So verbatim means nothing but word to word copy. Okay, I mean, we will say now, the photocopy of the somebody else's work that we are reproducing as ours. Next is paraphrasing someone else's ideas without acknowledgement. That is also not good, right? Somebody has made the definition of acceleration or velocity. Okay, they have made the thing. Or if I'm a technical person, I am working in ENTC, and I'm an AIML person. So if I am talking in my field, I'm an AIML person. So there is many architectures, convolutional neural networks, CNN, etc. So there are many researchers or scientists have developed this CNN, Mascar CNN, etc. Object detection models. Many things are there. Okay, any algorithm. We can all called as algorithm because our pool is a different people are here in this workshop, right? So I cannot go technically for all those simple examples also. So we can say that some algorithms. So these researchers or some scientists might be they might have produced or they might have developed such particular algorithm. If I am using that algorithm for my own application, jo bhi hai, if they have prepared that algorithm for face recognition, okay. But if I am using that particular algorithm for classification, cat and dog, I have a pool of images, and if I wanted to divide that images into the segregate, I wanted that particular algorithm to divide this into cat, these particular things into dog. This is basically classification. So if I wanted to go for such things, the application is different, but the algorithm is same. In that case, if I am using that particular algorithm, for example, if I am talking about YOLO, if I am taking that algorithm, I should cite that particular scientist or that particular paper in my research. Otherwise, that is also not at all welcoming. Then submitting someone else's project or article as your own. This will we are teachers. Many teachers are here. Many students are also here. So I mean, the students, those who are hearing this, you might have doing, right? Kisi aur ka paper leke, you are submitting. Just you will change your name. Instead of Vaishnavi, you will write your name and you will submit, right? And teachers ko kya hoga? I mean, teachers, what will they do? I mean, out of 70 students, it's very difficult for a teacher to find out whether this particular assignment has previously submitted or not, because they are checking 70 assignments. So that is also sometimes it is manually detecting plagiarism is difficult. Am I correct or not? I mean, many teachers, we are teachers, we have faced the same issue in many times. So that is also some sort of plagiarism or unethical issue. Then even self-plagiarism. If you are submitting your thesis, it depends upon university to university. Some universities might have allowing you self-plagiarism up to 25%. Some colleges might have tell that self-plagiarism should be 10%. So what do you mean by self-plagiarism? Any idea? Anyone?
Like, for example, ma'am, that you have already published some work of yours and you have not cited your work in your next work, for example.
Yes, correct. I mean, it is my own work. If I have published 3 papers, and if I am continuing my research in the first paper, so sometimes I have to quote that paper or I have to recreate something in the same paper, because otherwise I will not get the flow, right? So sometimes, I mean, in while writing thesis, always it happens while writing thesis. Some universities will allow our paper to as such copy paste करने के लिए. I mean, somebody will allow, but my university is VIT. They will not allow. So, हमको, I mean, for us, what to do? We have 3 or 4 papers. Our contribution is 4 contributions. So, I have published 4 papers as CA. In that case, क्या करने का हमको? In each paper, if I wanted to reproduce the same thing in my thesis, my own work, I have to rewrite. See. So that is my work, but again I need to rephrase, I need to again modify it. So that is called as self-plagiarism. Self-plagiarism where you reuse your own earlier work again without proper disclosure. So in simple words, anytime you present someone else's work as your own, knowingly or unknowingly, that is intentionally or unintentionally, that is plagiarism. So why we are, so here we have said about verbatim. Verbatim is nothing but copy paste. Then duplication.
एक्सक्यूज मैम,
Yes.
मैम क्या हम अपने स्टडी को साइट कर सकते हैं?
What?
बाय द वे हमने कोई रिसर्च पेपर पब्लिश किया है।
I didn't understand. एक और बार बोलो।
मैम हम अपनी ओन स्टडी को भी साइट कर सकते हैं,
हाँ,
साइटेशन।
yes, of course you can do, right? Why you cannot do?
ओके मैम, ओके।
You can do. Always you can do and you have to. Again, citation has, you know what is H index, etc.
यस मैम, यस मैम।
Yes. So when the H index will increase, when the citation will increase, right? When the citation increase for, I mean, H index is for journals also. There are H index. H index is for scholars also. As scholars, as people also, we are also having H index in Google Scholar, Scopus Index, etc. We can see our own H index in our own login. Correct. So
Yes,
that
ma'am.
H index will increase when we will increase our citation. So this self-citing is also a one of the method that we can increase citation.
Okay, ma'am.
We
Thank you.
do, yes, we do cite our paper and we have to. So why are we talking about this today? Actually, what is the importance of that? Access is easy, but integrity. Access is easy, but integrity, that's again a choice. With just a few clicks, we can access thousands of papers, articles, blogs, and ideas. Even with the advent of ChatGPT, okay, with the advent of ChatGPT, what we are doing, देखो, sometimes for report making, some sort of rubrics making, all those things, there is no problem that even if we are copy pasting something from ChatGPT or from Google, etc. I mean, we are not going to showcase this anywhere or publish this in the public domain. Maybe we will put that rubrics. If somebody else ka rubrics we are taking. What do you mean by rubrics? I think all of you know. If we are assigning an assignment or an activity to the students, we will be always evaluating with a proper rubrics. Rubrics means if that activity is for 20 marks, this 20 marks, how we are going to divide? All of you know about OBE, etc., outcome-based education. I mean, this is not our topic actually, but why
Yes, ma'am. No.
Yes, OBE is outcome-based education. Nowadays, we in technical domain for undergraduate or postgraduate anywhere, we are teaching students according to OBE. That is, we are inculcating some outcomes into, I mean, after our course. If the course is taught by us, our students should be able to. Like that, we are framing some course outcomes. So after the course, our students should be able to, according to our course, we have framed some 3 or 4 course outcomes. So that is OBE. We are already developed some outcomes and we are thinking that, I mean, we are hoping our students are able to do all those course outcomes after that. So in that way, if we are assigning an activity or assignment, etc., that 20 marks question, how you are going to evaluate? 20 marks. 5 marks is for the writing. The next 5 marks is for the clarity of that question. The next 5 marks is for the poster presentation, if it is there in that activity. The next 5 marks is for oral presentation. I mean, this is just an example. So this way we are going to give the rubrics. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How? 5 for full clarity. And the अच्छे से present करना. In that way, 5 marks. 4 marks means less clarity, less presentation. In that way, there is a rubrics column. So such things, or maybe if you want to go for a report making for your HOD के लिए, in that way you can refer ChatGPT or somebody else work and you can modify it little bit and you can publish it, no problem. But when this plagiarism really matters is if we are showcasing such things in the public domain. If I am sharing my this PPT to all of you, this graph I haven't drawn. I mean, for me, I didn't get time to, I can draw this, but again, there are 2 cases. See, this graph, now the graph I have shown you in front of you. This graph as such, I have copied from the below that site say, I have as such copy pasted. Instead of that, even if I am drawing this graph by my own, then also I have to cite because the source, that percentage. 75, 71, 71, 69, 63. Everything I am taking as such, right? And paraphrasing, repetitive. So the behind the data I am again taking from this particular site. Even if I am drawing or I am reproducing this in a pie graph or jo bhi hai, the data I am again taking from this site. So I need to give the citation. But then tell me in what case there is no need of citation. The same figure, how can I reproduce without citing, or how this will become my own? How I can draw or how I can reproduce? Any idea? See, this is a data again. If this data I am combining the same blog, if I am going through, and if I am combining 3 or 4 graphs into a single graph, or if I am drawing some other conclusion or inferences from all those data, then I can reproduce this as my own, but still I have to quote. That is not citation, I have to quote that I have referred these sites for the data. But the work is mine because I have concluded all those 3 graphs and I have concluded or I have referred as something new information, something new inference I have producing to the research world. So in that way, I can reproduce this as my own. So this I have skipped, I think so. Yes, this is some statistics, right? So take a look at these numbers. According to the project database, this is again a project database. So according to this, plagiarism cases are anything? Hello? Hello?
Если мне чего мы можем мормон кашну, понимаешь?
May I continue?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, okay. So in that project database, again, plagiarism cases are alarmingly high in research articles. So it's clear that originality is just a fancy word. Isn't just a fancy word. It's a must we have to keep. This is a Turnitin cases. What do you mean by Turnitin? Have you heard about Turnitin?
Yes, ma'am.
So can you say what is Turnitin basically?
Yeah, it is a plagiarism, a similarity detection software.
Detection tool. So it's a paid one or free?
Ma'am, it is paid version for institutional use.
Yes, it's
or
paid one.
organization.
It's a paid one, and it's one of the gold standard for plagiarism detection. Now, after the advent of AI tool, all the normal plagiarism detection tools are unable to find out the AI detection or AI plagiarism. Right? AI is also giving some data, and we don't think that we can reproduce it as such because Turnitin is also so smart. If you are thinking that you are smart, Turnitin became smart for detecting AI plagiarism. It is there. Turnitin is also come forward with that AI plagiarism in its premium. So we can find out in our thesis or in our paper. I mean, all of the Q1, Q2 journals. You know what you Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, different quartiles journals. We all are researchers, right? We should know about the quartiles. If we are in the field of research and if we are publishing the research papers, we should be able to know about Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Quartiles, different quartile journals. That is standard actually. Basically, we can say that Q1, Q2 journals are with high standard and Q3, Q4 are with a little less standard journals. So all Q1, Q2 journals are having Turnitin with AI plagiarism. So if we are copy pasting something from ChatGPT or if you are paraphrasing using such things, Quillboard. You have heard about Quillboard, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What do you mean by Quillboard?
Ma'am, it is a paraphrasing
Yes.
software.
My screen is visible to you right now. It's my
Yes,
mail
Yes,
ID.
ma'am.
Yes, right? Okay, one second. Okay, let me open Quillbot. It's basically a paraphrasing tool. So here, see, this is a free software. So here you can see grammar checker is there, AI detector is there, plagiarism checker is there, everything. But this is a free. So even if you are copy pasting something from ChatGPT, it will be detecting in AI detector. But if you have edited some words or some sentences in that particular paragraph, maybe this is a free version, so it may not be detecting in AI detector, but in premium version it will be detecting. So even if a paragraph you are paraphrasing using Quillbot, that will be caught in the Turnitin as what? Turnitin as AI detector or AI plagiarism. Sorry, AI plagiarism. So even if paraphrasing, or how can you say how this ChatGPT or Quillbot जो दे रहा है हमको कि paraphrased content, how the Turnitin or some sort of such tools, how it is detecting AI detector, AI plagiarism, how it is detecting, or how these devices can understand that that is generated by a tool automatically something. I mean, it's not manual intervention. Intervention is there. How that tools are understanding that?
मैम टर्निटिन में तो एआई डिटेक्शन का फैसिलिटी है ही, उन्होंने एपीआई
Yes,
लगाई हुई
it is there. Yes, it is there. I am asking how it is finding out. What way, how it can differentiate the way that what we have writing, okay, manual writing and the automatic writing, how it is able to distinguish that? That is my question. How able, I mean, Turnitin is how it is able to do that. It is there, AI detector automatically it is there, but what is the difference between manual writing and automatic writing? That is my question. I am taking ChatGPT. All of you are using ChatGPT, right? No need to tell you about how to do anything in ChatGPT. Right? Everyone, including me, I am also doing. Even for this workshop also, I have checked many things in ChatGPT. So telling ChatGPT to okay, now there is a paragraph, you can able to see it, right? All of you are seeing. In these words, how if we are telling, okay, if somebody is asking us to write a paragraph in artificial intelligence, we are also able to write artificial intelligence, right? Maybe 5 or 6 sentences we all can write, even if you are coming from literature field, even if you are an industry person, if you are coming from an IoT field or an communication field, you know something, at least 5 sentences about artificial intelligence, because AI is nowadays booming. So what is the difference between the words or the sentences that is given by ChatGPT and the words that we are going to write in our own words? So what is the difference?
मैम जो वर्ड्स the words that are from AI, they are also extracted from the data that is fed to it.
Okay.
So it is already there in internet. If it is available in internet, then it is picking the data from the existing data.
Yes,
But if
that
we
is
are writing from our own, then obviously it is not from the existing data. It is from our thinking, our own vision, what we are thinking in our mind. So it may not be available. In some cases, it may still show some similarity with the existing if we are, like, for example, doing some kind of rote learning and we are trying to copy those ideas in our own words. Maybe there is a possibility, but for artificial intelligence, they are definitely taking the data from existing, like there is a existing data that is there, which is fed to artificial intelligence. It's also extracting the data from its own. It doesn't have its own thinking in that
Yeah.
way. So that's why
Yeah.
there is a plagiarism detection.
AI, ChatGPT is a generative AI model, correct? Generative AI means it is generating something. So I mean, it is referring something from the Google, from different sources, from Wikipedia, from blogs, YouTubes, etc. And it is generating its own words actually. We cannot say that it is copy pasting something from some other websites or etc. It will go through different kind of things and it is generating actually. But where comes the difference is some wordings. The chat GPT is repeatedly using some wordings or some sort of the way of writing. They are all getting detected in the AI. So basically, for example, I'm reading this paragraph. Artificial intelligence, bracket AI, refers to the simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think, learn, and make decisions like humans. So here, if you are thinking, if you are seeing, the first sentence is so perfect. Think, comma, learn, comma, again, learn, comma, ke baad, and then make decisions. Sometimes what, if we are writing how it will be programmed to think, comma, learn, and make decisions. Learn ke baad, comma, sometimes we may use, sometimes we may not. Then it encompasses various technologies, such as this encompasses, if you are seeing, it will be repeatedly using. And sometimes if you are asking ChatGPT to give a write-up or something, always it will say mail. If I am telling to yes, those who are knowing, if you people have asked such a mail, the first sentence it is giving will be, I hope this message finds you well. Anyone have seen this previously? Then again
Yes,
it will be
yes.
yes, I hope this message finds you well. So even I am getting hundreds of mails from my students. Itna formatting, I mean, we cannot compare this. If they are having a single sentence made, they can stop that. Tomorrow I am having fever, so I cannot submit the assignment. Can you please extend the deadline? This is their conveyance. I mean, the message they wanted to convey to me is this thing. But they will tell this into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT ने ऐसे इतना बड़ा paragraph दे देंगे, and daily they are sending me like this assignment के लिए कि I hope this message finds you well. The next student का message आएगा, I hope this message. So from first line itself, we will understood that this is ChatGPT. So such kind of things. That's the reason I'm saying that ChatGPT is a robot thing. Like it is already screwed to act in this way. So whenever they have their own format, so such kind of things, Turnitin also trained. AI basically Turnitin is also trained with such kind of paragraphs given by ChatGPT, Qlbot, etc. So they have trained this Turnitin or any AI detection tools, etc. They have trained them by giving all these documents. So whenever such kind of wordings or such kind of sentences, if they are taking it, then they will understand. If so, what we need to do, we can use. We are not restricting anybody to use new technology. Even I am telling to my students also, you use ChatGPT, you use Gamma.ai. I mean, many AI tools are there. Some tools are there. I think I'm not able to recall that name. If I wanted a PPT, if I wanted to prepare this PPT, for example, originality matters for our workshop ke liye. If I am saying that name, I wanted a PPT for such heading. Even if I am saying that I want 30 slides, immediately that particular app will give me slide with the entire content. So I just need to click it and download it, and I need to study it. So such AI tools are there. So you use it, no problem. But only the thing is that you ethically use it. You should know what you are reproducing it. If we are giving students one assignment or something, if we are giving an activity, the students, what they will do? I mean, nowadays everything is available in the YouTube. When we are studying in UG or PG, we have struggled a lot to get information from the books. That too, we have to go to library, and from one book we are not able to get the information. We have to search for multiple books. In some books may theory hoga, in other book maybe the formulas will be there and real world examples will be in another, statistics will be in another. So in that way we need to check all the four books, and we need to segregate everything, etc. But nowadays people don't have such things. They can only tell such AI tools, they will give the entire information. Even YouTube may, they if they have gone through that, they no need to attend the classes even. How many of my students are detained because of less attendance? If we are asking that, they are saying that we don't need you, because we are having such kind of information that what you are going to teach us, we are able to get it from YouTube, or we are able to get it from blog. Then why should we sit inside the class? So in that way, as a teacher, we should also be smart. We should know how to catch their attention. We should know how to take their attendance, how to make them sit in our class. In that way, we should also improve ourselves. When ChatGPT came, how Turnitin became smart to detect the AI tool, in the same way, we should also improve ourselves. Even it's not like we should develop in our own domain. Even if you are from literature, you are from mathematics field, or you are from a technical domain, it's not that you should develop only in your domain. You should smart enough to tackle all these issues, because the world is changing day by day. Okay, so we are again going back to our PPT. Okay, again, this is a Turnitin plagiarism report. So in this thing, we can see many things. So in the left side, we can see that according to a recent Center survey, plagiarism is a growing problem. How students submit over 14 million papers per year. See, Turnitin mein, people are submitting their papers for plagiarism check, right? In that itself, how many they are detecting the plagiarism? This is a Turnitin report. So they are saying that how many papers are repeatedly they are getting as plagiarized content. 100% plagiarism, 70% plagiarism. Mostly these kind of plagiarisms we can see in conference papers, students' conference papers, right? So many people are submitting papers in conference papers. So in that case, students might have written. So we cannot fully tell that students to do how to publish a paper, etc. I mean, they are not having that much awareness regarding the paper publishing, etc. When I am in UG or BTech, I don't know all these things, plagiarism, etc. I just copy paste many things from Google and I have given in that way. But nowadays, at least BTech we are giving exposure, we are giving students, even in their project report also, we are saying students. We are saying students to. I'm hearing my own echo.
I'm sorry, madam, disturbing you. Can I ask a small question, madam?
No problem, you. Please.
Thank you, madam. Madam, sometime we used our own language, mother in local language in Kannada, like Kannada. So we in field work we collecting information in the local language. So then we translate to English. तो ट्रांसलेट करने के बाद हमने चैट जीपीटी को डालने के बाद हमको ये इंफॉर्मेशन देते हैं ना, पैराफ्राइजिंग लाइक, इसको हम प्लेगरिज्म बोलते क्या, कुछ ये बोलते हैं मैडम इसको?
I mean, there is no plagiarism there actually, because you have collected from the field work, the data you have collected, right? It's a primary source.
Yes, madam.
Do you know what is primary source and secondary source?
Yes, ma'am. I know, madam.
Then tell me, what is primary source?
Primary source we collecting first-hand information by respondents. वो हमने वो कन्नड़ लोकल लैंग्वेज में लिख लेते हैं मैडम, वो समटाइम वो विदाउट क्वेश्चन.
And secondary sources?
Secondary sources the like books, articles,
blogs, anything.
anything, madam.
Anything
So,
correct. So,
respondents without question, they're telling my native is this. वो बोलते जाते हैं ना, तब हम लिख लेते हैं, some recording कर
yes,
लेते
sir.
हैं.
Yes, sir. It is not
हाँ.
plagiarism. I am not telling that. I cannot say that it is plagiarism because first thing is that you are collecting the data from the participants in any survey
yes,
or field work or any experiment. You are collecting
Yes.
the data, and that survey or questionnaire will be in their own native language because it might be a rural areas. Okay.
Yes, madam.
So
हाँ.
once
Sometime
concluded, if tell me.
हाँ मैडम, वो हमने वो क्या करते हैं, लोकल लैंग्वेज को इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेट करके, समटाइम वो इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेट अच्छा से नहीं आता है मैडम, देन हम
Yes,
चैट जीपीटी
yes,
में डाल के वो
yes.
पैराफ्रेजिंग करते हैं, तब में वो प्लेगरिज्म नहीं आता है ना मैडम.
Nahi, it will not be. But
Yes,
when we cannot say that it is plagiarism. But if you are giving it to Turnitin but still I cannot say it as a plagiarism because the data that you have collected is a primary data, right?
yes,
And
thank
you have just used it for paraphrasing.
yes,
And
madam, yes, madam.
again, that paraphrasing also you are not again copy pasting in that same way what ChatGPT is giving. You might be deleting some
Yes,
words because
yes, madam, yes,
ChatGPT
some correction.
corrections. So it will not be.
Yes,
Because ChatGPT
Yes,
will
yes.
always give you some fancy words, adjectives,
yes,
adverbs,
Yes,
adjectives,
madam.
etc. It will always use ChatGPT. We don't want. I mean, if we want to say that that if in a survey or in an answer, if they are saying that my name is Reshma, I am coming from this particular say, and I am pregnant, but I got aborted because of this reason. If you are going to put all this information in ChatGPT and ChatGPT is giving ekdam better paragraph in a very fancy way. So you don't need, you just want to showcase that information, only that summary.
Yes, madam.
So you will be deleting some words, etc. So no problem in that.
Yes, thank you, madam. Thank you so much, madam.
And actually you should use because you otherwise why you are wasting your own time for all these things. For example,
Yes,
NBA work is coming, some inspection, some academic audit is coming. Anytime all the faculty needs to prepare some sort of reports, SFR report, SAR, many things are there for the NBA, etc. Criteria wise files, etc. In that regarding, why we are wasting our own time to prepare such reports in our own language, etc. ChatGPT ko bolo ki these are my contents. These things I wanted to showcase that I have this much students are there. This many students have placed. This many students are going to get placed in the semester 2. These are things I wanted to display in a graph or in a tabular column. Give me that immediately within 2 minutes. ChatGPT will give you. We cannot say that it is a
Yes.
plagiarism.
Yes, thank you,
And
madam.
you should
Madam,
use
one
in
more
that.
thing. Yes, one more thing, madam. Madam, we can sometime we methodology में हम ये chat GPT को mention कर सकते हैं ना methodology में.
ChatGPT को mention. I mean, ChatGPT is not an author. Are you agreeing?
Okay.
Are you agreeing?
Yes, madam.
He or she is not an author.
Yes, madam.
But nowadays, if you are submitting some papers to the journals, okay, that
Yes, madam.
journals, in that journals, there is an agreement form will be there, copyright or agreement. In that agreement, they are saying that if you have used any kind of AI tools, please acknowledge that for better readability, for better English readability, you have to write it. You have to give an acknowledgement. Okay, I have used these tools for this or AI tools for better readability. So the journals itself is agreeing for such things.
Yes, madam. Thank you so much, madam. Thank
So
you.
you can use, you should use.
Yes.
That's the reason
Thanks
I
a lot.
said to everyone, not only Hanumanji, to everyone
Yes,
I'm
thank you.
saying that you should use ChatGPT ethically. Not only ChatGPT, any AI tools, but in an ethical way, how we can take its benefit ethically. In that way, we
Yes.
can use and we should. Okay.
Thank you,
So,
madam.
yes, thank you. So now again, different kind of, again to turn it in. Students in the US, this is I think a US statistic case study hoga. In US submitted over 33.5 million papers to Turnitin. in 2 years between 2010 and 2011. Almost 128 million content matches. That is similarity. 128 million similarity were found between this. That is 33.5 million papers submitted. May 128 million content matches were found in between that. So these are different kind of statistics for all those things. Now we can say what are the different types of plagiarized submissions. Now let's talk about different types of plagiarisms. That is direct plagiarism, mosaic plagiarism, self-plagiarism, accidental plagiarism. And sadly, all of these can get you into trouble, even if it was by mistake or by जानबूझ के किया या unknowingly. Anyway, it all will get you in a trouble. Sometimes we think paraphrasing a little bit, it is safe, but without citation, again, I am saying that without citation, it is still plagiarism. So a study by plagiarism.org showed that about 36% of undergraduate students admitted to paraphrasing without citation. And in some universities, we can say that plagiarism cases increased during the pandemic years because of easy access to online content. We all know during the pandemic years, we all have shifted our lecture, everything into online, right? And these students have started exploring online content more than us. I mean, they are having less accessibility to us. They are less depending on us, and they are more started depending on the online content. Office of Research Integrity. What do you mean by patent, copyright, etc.? Why we should take copyright, patent, etc.? What do you mean by a patent? Patent क्या है? No one know. Patent, haven't you heard about patent?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me.
Ma'am, patent is the copyright thing when we have one original idea, or when we make something like maybe a framework or a model or something like that, which is like unique and new, and which is like innovative. So we have
Something
to
innovative.
copyright it. Yeah,
No one has
copyright it.
used.
Yeah,
Tell me,
no one
copyright.
has produced it before. Yeah,
Yes.
no one has
And
made it before. So we have to copyright it, like whoever is making it or whoever has produced it, before publishing actually.
fine. Okay. So copyright is?
Ma'am, I think copyright is mainly for music and some literary work.
Very good.
Ma'am,
So
yeah, copywriting is basically like, sorry, did I disturb you?
No.
No.
Both
Yeah.
of you are-
Ma'am, copyright is like when we have that innovative idea or any framework model, as I said before. So we have to what we can say legally, ethically and legally take it on our name, like the one who is producing it, so that the world knows it, that this idea has been given by this particular person.
Okay. And patent is region wise or world? If I am having an Indian patent, will it be valid in US also? My question is, I have taken one Indian patent. So that patent is valid in US and UK, or it is valid only in India? Any idea?
I think valid in USA, madam.
No, it is
I'm
not.
sorry.
No, it is not.
Sorry, madam. One of the my beloved person, professor, got a patent in microbiology, madam.
Okay.
From ICAR.
ICAR.
Indian Counseling Agricultural Research.
Okay.
Ma'am.
In that case, tell me.
Ma'am, I was just referring to Berne Convention. I am not sure if patent comes under Berne Convention, but as per Berne Convention copyrights, anything that is copyrighted in all countries that is under Berne Convention. So if India is under Berne Convention and US is also under Berne Convention, then it will be copyrighted there as well, if it is
Okay.
copyrighted in India.
And we are having design patent also, utility patent also. I mean,
Yes,
yes.
I'm not very sure about patent, but copyright, yes, it is copyrighted in India as well as in US.
Okay, very
If
good.
it is copyrighted in India.
Even I am also not that aware about such conventions, etc. I mean, I know some territory kind of things. If a region is, a territory is there, so in that territory, some countries are there, or in some, I think for that particular convention, if they have gone through in that way, it may be valid. Otherwise, US patent, UK patent is valid only in US and UK, and Indian patent is valid in India. I mean, in that, I think it is in that way. Let us debate this regarding any some other day. And you can correct me anytime, no problem. I am welcoming you if I am wrong. You have to correct me, okay? So basically, if you have a research with you, and if you are thinking that it is innovative to go for a patent, or you should apply for patent, and if it is a design patent, it will be easily, you will be getting. I am talking about Indian patent, okay? Yeah, design patent you will be easily getting within 6 to 7 months, but utility patent it will be taking more than 2 years because they have examination report, first examination report. After that first examination report, we have to go for, if they have doubt, we have to give the explanation for their examination report. Then if they have again have queries, then they will give you second examination report. If they don't have, then they will directly proceed for the same. So in that way, and then they will be granted. But Indian process is little slow, but it is
Ma'am,
valid. Yes.
I just want to inform that I just read about it just now, and there you are right that there is no concept of world patent.
Yes,
But
yes.
there is filing of, like, for example, if we file an application in India for a patent, the similar kind of application at the same time can be filed in US as well, but it will
And
be only valid within the
5
expiry
years.
period of 12
Yes.
months.
12 months, 1 year.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you. So I think she has referred, and all of us they have got a new information. I was knowing that it is territory based. That is, Indian patent is India. You can, if you wanted this patent in US, you have to again apply for US patent. In that way, I was knowing. But now all of us have got another information. Thank you, Saru. So again, if we are coming back to, we were talking about so what I have was talking about is, if you are having a patentable idea, you should go for patent. Okay. And it's not that you are saving your own research. It's not basically that idea, but patent is something very valuable in academic industry. So if you want to go for associate professorship, if you want to get hikes, etc., in that way, you should apply for some sort of patents, etc. There are attorneys, there are lawyers who are going for agents, etc., who are helping you for all these things. Yeah, so in that case, you have to file some sort of this. Students, nowadays, students are very smart, students are very intelligent. You will never know how. See, my students, once they have told me, I mean, they knows that it is not that easy to be real, but they have said their own idea. Ki, if I am having a paper with me, it's not visible to you. Okay. Just think that I am writing something. So whatever I am writing in the paper, it should be visible to you as well. So it's just I mean, nowadays it is there for I mean, PPT, etc. It is there. And if at the same time, if I am scratching it, that pen is some sort of magical way. That pen is some sort of doing something related, something like that. So such kind of ideas are coming from the students, and we should so I asked what technology it is using for all these things, and in my mind mapping, so many things these students are
बुआ जी
learning.
का फोन आ रहा है.
Excuse me. Okay, so in that way, students are very smart enough. So if somebody is coming, approaching you regarding a innovative idea or something, you should go for help them to file, etc. So coming back, what are the different types of plagiarism? Direct plagiarism means nothing but copying text word or word. Self plagiarism, previous work. And what you mean by mosaic plagiarism? Mosaic plagiarism means nothing but how we can say piercing together ideas or sentences from different sources, and we are reproducing it our own work without proper referencing. I mean, I am referring 3 different blogs or 3 different websites, and I have concluded some work. Yes, of course, that work or that conclusion is mine. As I said initially, that work is mine. But at the same time, I should cite all these websites, because the data that I have collected for my conclusion is came from these 3 different sources. Why Hanumanji ko aisa nahi karna hai? Why? Because he has collected his data. That is primary data. He has collected his own data, and he is just reproducing it only for the wordings. So he don't require anything to cite there. Nothing is there to cite, because वो खुद का research है उनका. He has collected all those data, and the participants also responded to him. They have reacted to his questions. He has given the questionnaire. Anyone else का questionnaire नहीं है. So वो उनका ही है. लेकिन if I am doing what I have done, I have gone through first website. I have collected some data. From there, I have collected some graphs, and I have noted that India is having 5% of cancer data, breast cancer cases. US is having 25% of cancer cases. UK is having all country-wise breast cancer ka data I have collected. In the next website, say I am collecting various cancers compared with the breast cancer. I wanted to only concentrate on breast cancer. So, but I have collected different data from different sources. So I should cite, I should give proper credits to those sites. Okay, such plagiarism is mosaic plagiarism. Then sometimes accidental plagiarism, forgetting to cite or misquoting. I have collected the data from some other paper, but I quoted some other different paper. That is unintentionally, right? So all these accidental plagiarism, intent does not excuse the act, if I am saying, okay? So these graphs, what it is, this graph is types of plagiarized submissions, how the entire article with different authors. I mean, I have published with my colleague a data, and what you have done, you are taking some, Dr. Rashmi last two lecture, she was saying about some predatory journals. That what you mean by that predatory journals? Predatory journals are backlisted journals. So what will they do? They will earn money. They will collect money and they will publish कुछ भी. जो भी आप दे रहा है वो सब publish करेंगे ऐसे. So such things, my own article I can see in some other authors' names. They are called as entire article with different authors. The entire article with the same authors, that is duplicate submission. I have submitted to one journal. At the same time, I have submitted the same thing into another journal. The entire article translated from another language with the same authors. And the entire article translated from another language with various authors. These are all mix and match cases. Then only... Abhishek ji, can you please mute? Or if you want to convey anything, you can, no problem. Then only some sections within the article. That sometimes happens in the self-plagiarism. If we are quoting something entirely from our methodology part, if we are taking as such and we are putting in our own article, it is also some sort of plagiarism. Then materials or method sections, again, methodology from a previous article by the same authors. Some sections where the authors had copied text because they considered it to be a written better in that way. I mean, that is also some sort of this thing. Now I am asking the next question is, why does plagiarism happens? Why does so? I mean, intentionally people are doing, unintentionally chhod do. Now we no need to take unintentional plagiarism. Sometimes I can also happen, right? I have taken some graphs from the Google, and if I haven't quoted this out of hurry, etc., that is unintentional. So right now, if we are not going to take into account unintentional, tell me about intentional plagiarism. Why we are doing so? Why you are doing so? If you are doing plagiarism, why you are doing so? Or what situation make you to do that? Anyone?
Ma'am, I'm Sandeep Sharma from JG University, Ahmedabad.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, to answer your question, actually, when we are doing the literature review, so there, sometimes what happen is we are able to understand, but intentionally or unintentionally, we are not able to put it in our own words, and sometimes we take it and try to put it. So that proportionate plagiarism comes in the literature review. This has been my observation in my articles when I read something and when I try to take some definition, and if I forget to cite, then those part comes under this literature reviews part comes under plagiarism.
That is unintentional plagiarism, right? I mean, sir, you are forgetting it, correct?
Yeah, forgetting, and madam, sometimes I don't find my own words to express the same effective manner as it is done. So unintentionally also sometimes those words, when I write it, I take those words. But then at the end of the article, it comes under plagiarism, and I have to change them again.
Yes. Why so? Because sometimes, see, again, I am taking the same example, literature review or comparative study.
Yeah.
Literature review, where will we include literature review in a paper immediately after introduction, right? Or
Correct.
introduction के continuation के नीचे literature review or related study. Yes, sir. I mean, we are using the same words. So this will happen when we are doing literature survey. And when where it will be the comparative analysis will be the comparative study in a research paper. I mean, this question is not only to Sandeep sir. Anybody can answer. Comparative study, comparative analysis will be there in results and discussion. Correct?
Correct. You're right.
I mean, I have concluded with my own results. I have come up with the results, my results. So now I wanted to showcase what is good in my results, what is better in my results compared to other studies. I need comparison, because always if you are submitting a research paper to a journal and it doesn't carry proper literature review and proper comparative study, in the comments, they will first ask new literature review. I mean, recent literature. Sorry.
Correct.
Recent literature is missing in your article. And
Yes,
then
you're right.
comparative study is missing. So these two are very important while writing the paper. Now, how to tackle the plagiarism issue in this case? What Sandeepji told is correct. What was his concern? All of you understood, right? Literature review may sometimes we are understanding their words. So here, author and methodology. What is his methodology? Then what is it's there under that methodology? I mean, that elaboration of that particular content. That is sometimes tricky for us to write in our own words. So in that case also, I think you can use paraphrase tooling, etc. somewhere. You just copy paste that particular thing, literature review from that particular paper, and you just try to paraphrase it in ChatGPT or Quillbot. You can try Quillbot there, no problem. And after you are getting that clipboard, you just modify some sentences or some you change some words, etc. Maybe you can escape from plagiarism in that way.
Right,
You
ma'am.
just
Thank you.
you just try in that way. Then again, comparative study, comparative analysis. Maybe what we are doing. I have got for my proposed methodology. I have got accuracy 93.5, precision, sensitivity, specificity. These are my score, etc. These are my columns or these are my outputs. Now I wanted to compare with the state of art technologies. What do you mean by state of art technologies? Those are recent, currently, which are updated technologies are there, or which are competitive architectures, or which are competitive methodologies against us. Because in my paper, I wanted to emphasize my methodology. So if for that, I need to compare my methodology results with others. In that case also, you can use some sort of paraphrasing tools, ChatGPT, etc. There is nothing unethical in that case. So in that way, I think you can escape from plagiarism. You just try, sir.
Right, sir. Right, ma'am. Thank you.
So, yes, again, so in that one is that case, ki literature review mein, that is unintentionally, and intentionally he has to do because it is unable to understand that particular thing. Okay, that is one reason why we are going for plagiarism. Any other reason? Have you ever think about why students have going for such kind of plagiarism or such kind of unethical ways? This is not a question and answer session. Anybody can give their own viewpoints. Because ours is 2-hour workshop, right? It will be very boring if I am alone speaking. And we are almost finished. So we can have our own interaction in between. Why we are going for that? Yes, Anumanji. Again.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Dr.
Madam,
Coco Wangzam from Imphal College. I would like to add into that idea. I may not be totally correct, but the question why we usually plagiarize knowingly, I mean, is in my opinion, is that the way we are taught to learn. I mean, we are taught to, like from school time, we are taught to just mug up. We're just taught to mug up. So sometimes that kind of habit, it's very hard to die. So whenever we see something good, or especially when you are working in the same field, then sometimes my own idea get enmeshed with the idea that other people have already written. So sometimes we tend to do, we forget to cite. And also, like, yeah, that my idea, my opinion is that I hope to hear something more from you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. That I mean, I'm totally agreeing with you. That is also one reason. The background where we all are coming from, how we have taught in that way sometimes. Yes, Saruji.
Ma'am, I will add to it that it is something to do with lack of understanding. So if we don't really understand, we might also plagiarize.
That is, you are going in line with Sandeep sir, right? Sandeep sir also have the same point. If sometimes I'm not getting that sentence, correct meaning. Why can't you delete that sentence then? I mean, it's not, in all cases, we cannot delete that sentence, or we cannot avoid that particular para. But just try that. If you don't understand such things, don't need to include that. You just go for the same thing in another way. You just go try to some other way to learn that. If you don't know some particular technology or something, just copy paste the same sentence in ChatGPT and ask it, just simplify this for me. Or what is the summary of this particular thing? What it means? Pucho, maybe you will get the answer from ChatGPT. Maybe it will help you.
Yeah, that is correct.
I mean, it's not mandatory that you, even though you don't know anything, you have to copy paste this, and you have to, I will tell my students also, if I am giving you to make a concept mapping, it's an activity. I have given my students an activity on concept mapping. You prepare a concept map on related to blockchain. It should be blockchain, encryption, decryption, all those things should be there. And you take any real life example, bank security you take, or any fraud detection you take, agriculture you take, healthcare you take, no problem. Any real time example, any application you take, solar energy you take, no problem. But you have to include blockchain, encryption, decryption, etc. I told them, many students, what they have done, all of them put the same question in ChatGPT. Sometimes this ChatGPT nowadays started giving the image also. So some slow learners or weak learners, they have as such copy pasted that concept mapping. They didn't put any effort, any single effort, and they have as such produced it. Some students, they have copy pasted the content only, and they prepared their own in Canva, or many other tools are there, right? Draw.mind, etc. In mind.io, etc. So in that way, they have drawn. But the problem is what they are producing, they don't know. They don't know the meaning of what they are producing. So what I am telling those students, if you don't know that particular thing, why you are producing? If you are producing something, if I am putting something in a PPT, my guide, my PhD guide always says me, even if your research or somebody else research, what is the literature review, jo bhi hai, literature review, comparative study, jo bhi hai. If you have put any single sentence, any single number, or any graph in my PPT, I am responsible for that. Because that PPT is my own. I have prepared that PPT, even if I have copy pasted and I have given cited this. This is not the problem of plagiarism. But this is understanding. Because if I have put this graph here and Hanumanji or Sandeepji or Jobi, Saruji or anyone questioned me, cross-questioned on this particular thing, I should be responsible to answer this. If I don't know that particular thing, then why should I need to put that? That's my question. So if you don't know, and 100%, maybe in 100 cases, 100% cases, you cannot apply this logic. But at least 90% of the cases, I believe that you can avoid such things. Because if you don't know, no need to put it. Otherwise, you try to learn that thing using ChatGPT or YouTube or blog, etc. You just rephrase it. You just write in your own words in that way. Yes, Hanumanji.
Madam, it is not a question, it is a request. Madam, we need plagiarism part of the syllabus, madam, PG level. Because we should understand, madam, the next
You
PhD
are-
or research.
You are PhD scholar or PG scholar?
Madam, I am completed PhD.
Very good,
But
sir.
facing lot of problems, madam, in the report writing time. The lastly ChatGPT came and so that's बहुत help हो गया मुझे ChatGPT. But before
Yes,
articles
everyone, not
बनाने के
only
time में
for you,
बहुत
sir. ChatGPT is a boon or is helpful for the entire research community. We cannot acknowledge its goodness, but the thing is that we should use it ethically. Somebody is not using
Yes,
it
madam.
ethically. That's the only reason. And again, I
Yes,
am.
madam.
Tell me, sir.
प्लेगरिज्म जो ये है ना, इसको हमने सिलेबस में लेके आए तो बहुत स्टूडेंट्स को, स्कॉलर्स को मदद होता है मैडम. बट वो अभी लास्ट मोमेंट में लेके आए तो बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है सबमिशन टाइम में.
Actually, the problem again, why we are doing plagiarism means it's lack of time. Deadlines.
Yes,
Deadlines push people to take shortcuts. Correct? You
Yes,
have
yes,
passed
madam.
your research. Many of you are
Yes,
in
madam.
ongoing research. Some of you have submitted your thesis. So every time you are meeting the deadlines. Every week you are meeting deadlines for your review paper, to your literature review, to your progress review. Everywhere you are meeting deadlines. So these deadlines push people to take shortcuts. This answer I didn't get from any of you. I mean, lack
Yes, madam,
of time,
absolutely.
pressure.
Yes, madam, absolutely, madam.
And good notes while researching. Keep track of where you got each idea from. That you need to go for, and you need to track also. Then use quotation marks. when you are using someone's exact words, just use quotation marks. I mean, if you are quoting somebody else ka definition as such, use quotation marks there, no problem. Again, use plagiarism checkers in MS Word. Nowadays, many add-ons you are getting. In that add-ons, you will be getting plagiarism checkers. Run your work through a checker before submission. Then different referring styles are there. APA, MLA, IEEE, Chicago, etc. Each has its own rules. Follow them carefully. So these are some things always we need to. So the problem where it comes is that our supervisors or our faculty, जो हमारे ऊपर जो बैठा है, their pressure sometimes we cannot manage, and to meet that deadline, somehow we will do something and we will make a paper and we will submit it. There comes the problem. So that in that case, there is no any solution. For a general solution is not there in that case for meeting pressure, etc. That is intentional plagiarism. Again, we are knowing that we are doing plagiarism, but why we are doing? Because we wanted to meet the deadline. So there is no solution, general solution for everyone. This thing you have to find out the solution for that. Whether to go for ethically, even if it took time, we need to talk with our supervisor and we need to get an extended time and we should submit, or that and all thing will be in our own hand. We have to go for. There are institutional policies and consequences are there. Different universities and publishers have strict policies now. Some of the common penalties for plagiarism include you might know resubmission of work. Many theses are rejected, right? Resubmission of work, deduction of marks, academic probation. These are some sort of punishments. Blacklisting from the journals. You can see here. 1 second. See, dekho. This is a different paper cuts I have taken. Again, I have taken this from the site. So these are some famous scientist itself is blacklisted because of the plagiarism and second paper from lab of Nobel Prize winner to be retracted. What is retracted? Retracted means already it is published journal or published article. But once it found out that it is plagiarized content or it has unethically something, then that particular journal has the authority to retract that particular thing. And the top retractions of 2022, dozens of papers on personality and health by Hans, scientist Hans. These are all some sort of real life examples, we can say. Now, these are some kind of acceptable levels of similarity. Academic writing may still in journals, if you are submitting your journal papers, they might have 15 to 20% plagiarism is allowed. In a conference, maybe it will become 22 to 25 tak. They might have allowed. Essays, thesis 5 to 15%, because thesis is always our own work, right? 5 to 15%. Then published journals, research papers, term papers, all these things you can go. Then causes of plagiarism. We have already, just now we have seen this, right? High academic expectations, so lack of time. All these things will learn or will push that students to go for this. So how to prevent plagiarism? How we can go for this? We need to awareness. We need to give awareness to the students. I mean, how you people are aware now, or how I am getting awareness. See, this is a workshop. Even though I am the resource person, I have got many information from all of you, right? This is an interactive session. I have passed some information to you, as well as you have also passed many information to me. Because I am from a technical domain. Many of you people are coming from different other fields. Field work, you have said about field work. Somebody said about literature, advanced sciences. So this is a give and take policy, some sort of. So such awareness should be there among research scholars, students, etc. So institutions should give, as Sandeep ji said Hanuman ji said, syllabus, there should be a syllabus for plagiarism, IPR, etc. So in that way we can give the awareness in the students. Then many universities require submissions through detection software like Turnitin. Nowadays, all the universities have paid for all this Turnitin software from project report to the literature review. Articles to the conference papers, everything. Then we need to encourage the creativity and original content. Even though we are giving an assignment or activity to the students, we should encourage them for the giving proper time to them to prepare for such things. Like that, you can go for. And these are some common methods students use to plagiarize, etc. This you can, we have already discussed all these things. Now, sadly, students have found creative. I have already said our students are creative, but let's say wrong ways to plagiarize, from submitting old assignments to patch writing or translating from some other languages in that way, and using, yes, of course, even using AI generated content nowadays without mentioning it can be a form of plagiarism. That's what again I'm saying. In journals, if we are using AI content or for AI for the readability, better readability, you should acknowledge that I have used AI tools for better readability or for rephrasing some sentences. Like that, you can go for. And we don't just want to catch plagiarism, right? Everyone can do that. Our real goal is to cultivate originality. As a teacher, we need to cultivate originality in our students. So when will it happen? That happens only when we said already that students are taught proper research skills early. When we are in UG, etc., maybe 10 years before, we are not that aware about plagiarism or any kind of such research skills. Research skills are not there in UG. Maybe in PG it might be, but awareness on the research skills in UG was not there. So, but nowadays in that way, students are lucky. They are a bit ahead of our generation. So students are taught proper research skills early. Then again, deadlines. They are realistic, and please give time to the students for the original work. Faculty guide students to think, not just to compile the things. Always we are telling that you go through these things and you compile or you summarize it and you just produce this like that. No, we have to always give some activities as a teacher. I don't know how many of you are working in academic field, how many of you are as industry persons, etc. But if we are in academy or if people are in industry as well, no problem. But we need to give our colleagues or our those who are working under us. We need to tell them, you have to think, you have to come up with something new, even if he is a JRF. Okay, you should not say, you should not give a closed-ended question. You should give an open-ended question. Always you try to give an open-ended question and let them search it. That is lifelong learning. Wait, I will show you one thing. How many of you know about the program outcomes? What do you mean by program outcomes? It is something related to the engineering education. You know what is program outcomes?
Ma'am, do you mean program learning outcomes?
Tell me what is program learning outcomes?
Like for example, the overall, like for example, in engineering program, I'll just take an example of an engineering program. If somebody has to qualify into the program, then he needs to ensure that all the criterias within the course learning outcome are met, and these are aligned with the program learning outcomes. So to qualify the program, that all the program learning outcomes need to
Yes,
be met
what you said
to
is
get the
correct. I mean, what
certification.
you said is relatable. I mean, we cannot map all the COs to all POs. Am I
Yes.
correct? Because
Yes.
see, the program means it's engineering or it's a design program. Maybe it's advanced designs, anything. So the POs that I have shown here is applicable for engineering education, any engineering, computer engineering, electrical engineering, electronics engineering, software engineering, jo bhi hai. These are the program outcomes for engineering education. Similarly, these POs are defined by whom? These are defined by yes.
Ma'am, I was also saying that these are also looking like, you might call them also in the current scenario, if we take different programs, they may also be something related to employability
Yes,
skills.
they are on programs related. They are having POs. Correct. So in the engineering education, we are 4 years are there, right? For an engineering education, we are 4 years are there. In that 4 years, 1 year may 2 semesters. In that, so total 8 semesters are there. In that 8 semesters, one student is learning many subjects. So for each subjects, there will be course outcomes. For each subjects, there will be course outcomes. And NBA, NAC, etc., they wanted us to map these COs to these POs. Okay, map means some COs should be mapped to any of these POs. So the PO1 is engineering knowledge, basic understanding of the engineering. PO2 is problem analysis. PO3 is design or development of solutions. PO4 investigation. PO5 modern tool usage. Modern tool usage, you can say Python, OpenCV. If you are using such kind of things, we can go for modern tool. Deep learning. If a course is there, deep learning. And if that is mapping to the PO5, we can say that if that student is going to do a project in deep learning, we can map that particular course to PO5, PO3, and they are of course investigating the problem. So PO4, then it's a project, right? They are presenting their result. How? So PO9 will be their communication, PO10 will be mapped because it's a teamwork again. Then PO11.
ମୁଁ ଭାବିଲି ବୋଧେ କଣ ହେଲା ମତେ କାହିଁ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ନା ନା ମା କଣ ମତେ ଏମିତି ଦେଖୁଛି ତ ମୁଁ କହିଲି କଣ ହେଲା
Okay, so PO11 is lifelong learning. So what do you mean by lifelong learning? See, lifelong learning is again something, I mean, the student will learn this lifelong learning only if he or she go through that question. That's again, I'm coming back to the place that I have asked you. You should not give an closed-ended question. You should give an open-ended question. Let the student search for the solution. Let the same question, if you are giving the same open-ended question to 10 students, these 10 students will come up with 10 different solutions. I am guarantee. If you are not saying that I want this thing, this is the question, these are the materials you have to go for, and finally you have to come up with this. Don't tell that. Finally, what you wanted to do, don't tell. No need to tell. Why to tell that? Output हमको क्या चाहिए वो उसको ही पूछने, I mean उसको ही ढूंढने दो. I mean let them serve the question. Let them come up with the solution. Let them search the solution. So always faculty, as a faculty, we have to guide the students to think innovatively, not just to compile something. So again, these are the things nowadays when we are in PG or UG, etc., COPO mapping, OBE, all these things, awareness, nothing further. We are just learned some topics, some subjects we have taught, some teachers were coming. We learned something. Still, I don't know why I learned theta, gamma, etc. So in mathematics, and now I'm never using it. But I mean, nowadays, but students are asking us why I am doing this, why I am learning this. If I don't want, let them take their own choice. Nowadays, open elective is there, discipline elective is there, many elective courses are there. Let them choose their own subjects, their own interest, etc. Then another thing is that lack of understanding. People don't always know how to cite properly. So for that thing, like this workshop, webinar, or you have to attend some sessions, you have to read such papers, etc. Like that, you can aware yourself how to cite awareness, creating our own awareness. Then sometimes students will go for such kind of unethical ways because of the pressure, because students and researchers feel they must deliver something great. But what great they are going to deliver if they are not going to do, or if they are?
Madam,
Yes.
madam, what is the engineer and society, madam?
What is?
What is the engineer and society? You mentioned the program
PO6.
out. PO6, madam.
Engineer and society means in that PO6, if some course is there, in that course outcome is something related to that as a person or as an engineer, what I can do for the societal purposes. Some real world examples, how I can donate something for the society. In that case, some sort of entrepreneurial skills, skill development courses. In that case, we can go for PO6. Otherwise, for a normal technical background course, for if I am taking PCS, I mean Principle of Communication Systems, there may not be mapping in PO6. But some civil engineering, for that civil engineer course, sometimes if they wanted to go for green sustainability, there is a
Yes,
course,
madam.
green sustainability. In that way, there is something they can share, or they can donate something for the societal purpose. So in that way, in that course, they can map their course to this PO6. And for all courses, this lifelong learning and project management and finance, these are less mapped POs. Always mapped POs are PO1, PO2, PO3, some were PO5, PO8. Again, PO8 ethics. Ethics cannot be mapped to every courses. Some sort of courses we can, like IPR course is there. If IPR course is there we can go for PO8. Project management. In that case, we can map PO8 and PO12. So that's why all POs for all courses we cannot map. But we have to frame the COs in that way. It should map some of these POs. And these POs are only for engineering domain. Okay. It's not for other advanced science or any other particular. These are formulated by the NAC and NBA.
Thank you, madam.
Yes, thanks. Now, I don't think much about these things are there. This is plagiarism. How to, I mean, what happens if you have done plagiarism? Initial check, major or minor plagiarism. If it is a major, it's a cut-to-cut rejection. Minor hai to, it will become for a revision. After publication, if plagiarism is found, what is the procedure? It will go for a contact author. And if that from the author, is it a satisfactory response, then they will go for the procedure. If it is an unsatisfactory response, there will be a retraction. So these are some flow chart of how you are going through the process of plagiarism in while going for plagiarism, etc. I mean for publication, etc. This is again a flow chart. Is it plagiarism? Yes or no? All these things you can refer. I will share this PPT. Then this thing again we have already discussed about Trinity, indicate, Grammarly Premium. Well, these are some of them we can detect plagiarism. Today technology is both the problem and the solution. You know that, right? The problem and the solution is technology itself. While the internet made it easier to plagiarize, it also made it easier to catch plagiarism. That's why I said, if ChatGPT is smart and we think that we are smart enough, we are having another smart banda there. Tinitin is also there. He became again smart enough to catch that. So these are some of the excellent tools available now. And these are widely used plagiarism detection. Other than 2010 authenticate, etc., we have flag scan, dupli checker, then I think Copyscape, even Google search also. Copy paste a suspicious sentence in quotes into Google, and you might find the original source immediately. You can try that. Sometimes what I will do, the same thing, even it's not intentionally. I will also copy paste many paragraphs from many sites. For what? Because I wanted to make my own introduction. So to frame my introduction, initially, I mean, this is the procedure what everyone maybe follows. This is the procedure I follows maybe mostly. So if I wanted to write a paper regarding Alzheimer detection, okay, using any algorithm. So what will I do? My introduction ke liye, for the recent years, Alzheimer detection is alarmingly increasing, not only in India, but global wise. This is my first sentence. Okay. After that, I have to write my introduction, right? From where will I get all this introduction? I cannot get it from my mind itself, right? So what will I do? I will go in Google and I will check here. Okay, ekdam general diya maine abhi. So now here I have got 2022 ka paper, 2024 recent paper, 2024 again. Here 2020 many papers came, correct? Now what I will do? I will open this. Here again, I will go through this introduction and I will copy paste like this. And I have placed. Okay. Next what I will do, I will go here. Don't think that I will publish as such in this way. This is just to again. Okay. Now I have got, now what I will do, I will read first sentence. Alzheimer's disease is the leader, improving quality, advancements, like that. I will read each and everything and I will take the first sentence. I will modify this thing. I will control X and I will think here it will be good enough to paste this to get the flow. Then what I will do, I will keep this sentence here to make the flow. I will control X and I will copy paste here. Again, but don't think that this is not plagiarism. Again, this will come in the plagiarism. Now what I need to do? Now I have to rephrase it each and line by line. I have to rephrase. Don't think that you can copy paste this and in a Quillbot and it will rephrase it and you can paste this. No, you cannot do. You do like that. Paraphrase karo, koi issue nahi. And copy paste karo idhar. Then again you have to write your own sentence somewhere, little bit at least. Then only you can escape from the AI plagiarism. But so what happened here? I have copy pasted from 3 different papers. But now I don't know from which paper I have copy pasted this paragraph, from which paper I have copy pasted this paragraph. Okay, so what I can do if I wanted to cite these things, even if I have rephrased, I have to cite. Again, I'm saying, even if you have rephrased the sentences from others, you have to. So I will copy paste this entire paragraph. Even if I will put the source like this, it will give the entire, this paragraph is came from this particular journal or article. So that's why I said that even Google search can give you suspicious sentence and find the original source immediately. Most universities today require students and researchers to submit a plagiarism report. Even my college also, we are asking students, even for a project report, for a final year paper publication, we are giving, asking them plagiarism report along with their final work. So how to avoid plagiarism, you know. Now I don't need to always cite your sources, paraphrase properly, whether it's a direct quote, an idea, or even a figure you used. I have used here, right? All the figures I have in drawn because of NBA, my college was facing NBA for the last 3 weeks and I am unable to prepare the PPT, or I was unable to prepare for this particular workshop nicely. And I'm sorry for that. So I was unable to do. So all these things I have copy pasted from some other journals. I have referred this. So always cite properly. Don't just change a few words here and there, like paraphrase. We are saying paraphrasing, and here and there you are just make synonyms. Nowadays everyone doing synonyms changing. That is not paraphrasing. Understand the concept, express it in your own language. That is basically paraphrasing. Without plagiarism. Okay, then institutional rewards. Also, it's not happening everywhere. Somewhere, quality, quantity, etc. We value ethical practices, but over shortcut, you should not do such things. So, in the end, how I can conclude final thoughts? Keep originality is about pride. So, I will end this part of the workshop. I have to say only one thing, that copying others maybe makes you a follower, but expressing yourself makes you a leader. Again, this quote I haven't made my own. I have taken this word from some great scientist. Okay. So today we are not just learned about plagiarism as a mistake to avoid. We are embracing originality. Correct? We have learned how embrace originality as a principle to live by. So I hope everyone enjoyed my session. And I'm sorry, I thought of I will took one activity, but I was unable to. And activity is not just I thought of giving you a paragraph, and you have to say me where proper citation and proper is there. Where at what places there is no proper citation, and we can call it as an exact plagiarism verbatim, etc. That was my activity, but somehow our interaction was very good with all of you. I'm thankful to all of you for that. So I don't need actually that activity. So I hope you are excited as I am to dive deeper. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It was a very interesting and interactive session.
Thank you so much. Sir, Bennett sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, actually I have concluded.
It was a wonderful session, ma'am. Your way of explanation and everything is perfect. And any participants question?
Hello. So yes, madam, it was a wonderful session, and so now the floor is
One
open for a
question
discussion.
from my
So any
side.
participant have a queries to kindly get it with the ma'am.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, hello, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, of course you can.
Sarita ma'am, you're
Okay,
completely
madam.
audible,
I'm
ma'am.
Dr. Sarita Devi, Assistant Professor, Kakching Phunau College, Manipur. My
Good evening.
question is, when we are developing that article, by the time I'm extracting some of my thesis part and added in that article. That is my own writing only, but I'm using that in many articles. Then is it, we can treat as plagiarism?
I mean,
So,
if correct me if I'm wrong, you are asking me that your own research, you are quoting or you are using the same research in many places, correct? But with the same wordings?
Yeah, sometimes I'm using that same wording, just like how to identify a woman.
See, one
Then
sentence or one, I mean, the point is, if you are using your own one word or maybe one paragraph or one graph,
yeah, like
if you
that,
are
like
using
that.
again, if you are using again, it cannot be a plagiarism. But if you are using the entire methodology part and you have written the entire thing as such, you are creating or you are reproducing it in different paper, then it is plagiarism, but it is self-plagiarism. I mean, your own work, you are reproducing it somewhere So in that way, it can be self-plagiarism. You can use one graph or something by quoting your previous research. No problem. I mean, for accuracy graph or sensitivity graph, you can use that particular figure by quoting the previous previous article. But without that, if you are copy pasting the entire methodology part or the entire mathematical equations, calculations, etc., then it will become plagiarism.
Okay, then how we will qualify that paper then?
You have to rewrite it.
Okay.
I mean, if you are, I don't know which part you are going to recreate in that way. If it is a mathematical equations or a methodology part, then you can easily rewrite that. Equations you can keep, no problem. But the way of written, the writings, etc., maybe you can improve by yourself by rephrasing it.
Okay, okay. Okay, I understood. Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. A very insightful and indeed a very eased presentation and guidance by yourself. Thank you so much. In this today's world, when we are advocating as educators, also when we are advocating AI tools and virtual learnings, we ourselves as researchers or maybe entering into maybe PG level or some. Myself is Vasundhara, and I am a PhD scholar from JG University, Ahmedabad. Before I could, I was just letting you know that, ma'am, we ourselves as educators, we advocate AI, and today's world and generation is all into this AI tools for helping out. So plagiarism, in a way, was a dreaded tool because now PhD, not only now, PhD is considered as a ultimate source and ultimate achievement of an educator's life. So how and what exponents or what were the parts that we could help ourselves so that we blend the technology as well as knowledge, our interest. So today's entire session, ma'am, from the beginning till the end, really gave us a very good peek, a very healthy peek into how we can also enhance our knowledge as well as take the help of the tools and then be very original and authentic rather than completely relying. Yes, we can blend in. So it was really nice. And on behalf of everyone, I'm sure would agree to this that thank you so much. It really is out.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the nice words. Anyone else? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I think all the participants have finished their queries. Anyone else?
Anyone from participant? Any
No.
query?
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, my question is that, see, I had, when we are giving our research proposal for PhD, so today's, as you know, that means, though we talk in English and all that, but we cannot frame in research language and all that. So definitely we need AI tool and all that. So you said to do cited and all, but how to cited AI tool, whatever text content we took it help means, right, for our research work and all that.
Madam, may I ask you one question? If you are submitting a research proposal, do you need to submit a plagiarism report for that?
No.
No, then
not yet now.
Then what's the problem of using AI tool? You use it.
Okay.
You use
But
it. But
the question what they asked, this is your own work or means you took it from somewhere else. So obviously, definitely we have the knowledge, in depth level and all that we don't know, no?
My question
That
is,
is also,
research. You said me research proposal. You didn't said
Yes.
me that it's not. This is not a research work. Correct?
Yes.
It's a research
Yeah.
proposal.
Huh.
Research proposal means what? I have a proposal that I am
Huh.
going to work in this particular area. I will go for
Okay.
this particular things, and I may be account into all these things, and I may be coming into this conclusion. That is the proposal. This is just a
Yes.
proposal. Correct?
Okay. So in
correct.
that way, no harm and no problem will arise. Means if I take it from AI tool or someone else, some other sources.
I mean, it's not the problem. I mean,
Okay.
you cannot say that problem. I mean, the actual problem kahan aate hai ki if you don't what you have reproduced, if you
Okay.
don't
Okay. Huh.
on there, if that
Yes.
particular
Yes.
examiner
Yeah.
is asking you, what do you
Uh-huh.
system integrity? You are seeing, so showing that you have multiplied with IoT, you are collaborating with IoT and system
Yes.
integration. What do you mean by system integration? And you are
Okay.
unable
Okay.
to answer it. Then that
Okay.
is not
Okay.
correct.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Any query from participant side? Thank you,
Good
ma'am.
evening, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a doubt. Like, ma'am, I've given like if we are framing or constructing using this AI tools, and if we are paraphrasing or rewriting that thing, if we are just doing copy pasting and rephrasing, it will show plagiarism, or we have to rewrite it totally. What should be proper, ma'am?
I mean, it depends how you are rewriting it. See, if you are copy pasting from ChatGPT, and if
Yes,
you
ma'am.
are paraphrasing it using, again, you put it in Toolbot, then you take it
Okay.
back. I
Yes,
mean,
ma'am.
this is some sort of tackling. Okay, I'm saying some sort of tackling of plagiarism. Maybe
Yes.
this may not be working 100%. It may work you. Okay. So to avoid that AI plagiarism in the Turnitin or somewhere, first if you are taking some content from ChatGPT, you put it in any paraphrasing tool, and Toolbot will give you some paraphrasing tool. But again, if you are reproducing that content exactly, again it will come in the AI plagiarism. So there you have to rephrase it.
Again,
I'm
rephrase.
sorry.
That is the process. Okay, ma'am.
1 second. I am leaving here to airport. That's why frequently that aeroplane sound is coming. Okay. So the thing is that now how to avoid AI plagiarism, it's up to you how you are rephrasing. If you are only changing some words, synonyms.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
then
ma'am.
not काम आएगा. I mean, it cannot help you to avoid that plagiarism. In
I
that
have
case,
to entirely change the sentence.
no, entirely change करने का जरूरत नहीं है. You maybe there are one sentence. I mean, ChatGPT will always give you long sentences sometimes.
Yes.
So that long
Yes.
sentence just split into 2 sentences. Otherwise, you just combine 2 sentences into one single sentence unnecessarily. ChatGPT will always exaggerate things. It will always try to give you fancy words. Just delete all those fancy words. Just combine 2 lines and you can escape from such.
Okay. So no need to entirely typing those things. It's okay for doing this, right?
Then why you are going for paraphrasing again? No need. If you are using it, use it wisely.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for your suggestion.
Thank you, madam, for a wonderful session. It's now time to wind up the session. Thank you, all the participants. Have a nice day. Good night, everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And thank you all participants. You all have, I mean, I never thought you will be this much interactive in my session. But I'm very glad that all of you have interacted with me for each and every questions. You never embarrassed me in any word. I got such a very good audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Good night. Good night, everyone.
Good night. May I leave?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.